Waiting on some code, waiting on some code, waiting on some code, waiting on some code. Well, anyway, good evening, everybody. I'm going to get started once this code build's done. I'm Matt. I'm the lead dev on this game, Hanako Honor and Blade. It's a class-based multiplayer set in feudal Japan. To get started, you guys ask questions anytime you'd like. You won't distract me. I actually prefer an engaged chat. I'm going to get started on some blueprint stuff and world building tonight once this code build's done. This build that I'm doing is I grabbed some fixes from our programmer that should fix one of our biggest gameplay bugs. So I definitely wanted to get that in there and test it. And then I'm going to jump right into... so last week I went through and made most of the game team... God, my brain's not working yet. I haven't gotten second wind from caffeine. Team relative, like friendly's always blue, no matter which actual samurai clan you're part of. And enemies are always red in terms of like UI treatment. But I ran into some issues with that where it doesn't always get the calculation in time, so I'm gonna make it a little cleaner. So I just need to wait for this to go, and even with 16 threads it's still taking quite a while. Have I ever used Unity? I have, sort of. I tried to mentor some students and help them use it, but I don't really, I'm kind of exclusively an Unreal guy. I've used Unreal for 12 years now, going back to UT3. But I mean, game engines there's so much overlap. If you've used one, you can figure out other ones pretty easily. So let's look at what I am working on this week. I don't mind showing you guys some project management. We do like 2-week increments. So pass through in UI, colors, chat rituals, anything else. That's doing more red-blue team relativity on stuff that I left out. This bug I'll probably fix tonight as well. And this is the world building, Hanako Castle. We made some major changes to it, but I didn't actually ever finish anything. Like the backgrounds and the surrounding areas by where one of the bases moved to. Co-op versus AI needs class volumes for skill tree use. Probably should fix that. That's the bug that Green ran into. Build faster. We may do that at some point. The ITE is going to be balanced before we fully release. We are fully aware that, especially when you're only playing against bots, that the ITE is extremely overpowered. Against humans, it's way more even when you have a full human versus human match. there's builds that make him pretty easy to catch. Most melee classes can kill him in 2 or 3 hits, so he's kind of glass cannon. But against bots, they're not really smart enough to know how to kill archers well. Alright, got past the first part. That's the part that takes forever. Oh, is this saying it's done? Yay, it is done. Let's get some Hanako editor going. Alright, there we go. Just my little baby test map. So this ability has been broken. If you do it, you can't attack after, and now I can. Yay, fixed, done. Onward to the next problem. I'm gonna need to do this map by map, but once I have it, I can just copy paste the formula. So that's on my list for the next 2-week sprint, which basically means it'll either get done for this Wednesday or next Wednesday. Looking at my task list, it's this bug right here: co-op Versailles map needs class volumes for skill tree use. That's one of the lower things on my priority list, but I am gonna get to that. Some of the stuff on my list is super easy, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal. So what do I need to do here? Level blueprint. So this is just setting class select volume colors. Ah, that's what I was gonna do. Okay. I'm gonna make a return node on this function. I need to know if this logic succeeds or not. So if it completes the loop, it's success. If the cast to the local player, to basically the player, fails, not success. If their team is -1, which means they don't have a team yet, not success. Massive failure. Yeah, what happened with the skill menu is that we used to you used to get skill points as you played, and we changed it to you get it all at once at the beginning of matches, and basically we require you to be in a class zone, like where you're like inside one of these volumes right here. It's just a zone that lets you change your class, change your skill tree, set your build, etc. And we just never put those in co-op because we forgot that we changed the skill tree balance because we honestly haven't worked on co-op versus AI in like a year. But you guys actually reminded me of that and I put it on my list. It's not a super difficult fix though. Thank God we only have one co-op versus AI map, so it's pretty easy. However, the spawn point moves, so I might just put one that's active in each little area that there's spawn points and just have them active the whole time. We've been working on it. It's not a cut and dry answer, but this version of the game since June 2013. This concept was actually a college project that we started in 2008. So it's been either 12 years or 7 years, depending on how you want to look at it. This version of the game has been 7 years straight. So here's what I'm going to do. I also need to... There's a fail-safe for this function in the character that I need to look at too. Because what was happening last week is what it's supposed to do is this. So I'll just go ahead and play real quick. I mean, it's not like we can work on this 40 hours a week like a normal job. I mean, I get probably 16 to 20 hours a week put into it. So, you know, basically a month on this game is like a week at a normal job. So progress is slow, but it's just slow and steady. Just, you know, put one brick on the wall a week. As long as you're taking a baby step forward each night that you work on it, it'll slowly come together. But anyway, the logic that I'm working on now, if you notice, this volume's blue, but when I was in the actual editor, it was gold. This is waiting until I actually have a player, and it's making it relative to my team. So I'm on the Hanako team, and it makes all the Hanako stuff blue. And then if I run over to, I don't know if you can see it, but way off in the distance is the enemy base, and it's red. But what was happening, I can't accommodate for like a frame rate lag or like bad ping. So sometimes a 0.2 second delay for the game to just like wait for you to settle in, then update the colors. It's not, I can't possibly know how much time. So I'm doing logic that basically says, like if that failed to set the colors properly because your team, then you need to start a timer to properly set the colors. Did you get to play it with Green a little bit? I'm not sure. I know he played for a while. The weird thing though is people were getting red for their base, even though if it was, oh, because it was -1, so it was doing both. That's right. That's why it was failing. So this actually should not fail. So what I'm going to do here is set up a branch that says if it does succeed, it doesn't have to do anything. But if it does fail, I need to create a timer. What I'm going to do is just this is like old logic. I don't need this. And it's going to check every half second. Check valid team. Yeah, sorry about co-op. I totally, that's just one of those things. Like the tutorial and co-op, I always forget to test. And then like I was looking through refund notes on Steam, which I try not to do because it's really depressing. People are brutal, but there were a number of notes there like, hey, I bought this, try to play the tutorial, I couldn't progress because the ninja his like swinging chain turns into a sword. I'm like, oh god, it doesn't know that the tutorial ninja isn't like the normal ninja, so it doesn't know what weapon he has. So when it goes to like apply your weapon skin, it's like, oh, I don't know what you are. So the katana is the default weapon. Here you go, and it's like, oh, you can only beat this part of the tutorial with a grappling hook and you don't have that now. Oops. So the tutorial was completely progress blocked, much like the... I mean, technically you could probably beat co-op, but it gets pretty tough without skills by the end. So what I'm going to do is I need this again. This is basically the same logic. I don't need a world context object though. So if it equals, I think I could probably put this in a blueprint function too, so I don't have to do. Yeah, this is fine. If it equals false, that means you have a valid team, which means you can do this again. This can be a context object. So you have a team now, it's going to loop, and then the timer can clear and invalidate because, ooh, even better, I can do if success is true. Now I can clear and invalidate the timer. So it doesn't have, so this is going to check every half a second. Hey, new guy that just joined the game, do you have a team? Nope. Do you have a team? Nope. Do you have a team? Yes. Oh, you do have a team. Do the thing I said to do, which is make your clan's class select zone the right color. Done. It's that easy. Doesn't drip, doesn't make a mess. Call now. So I'm doing this in the level. I believe I may need to do this in a blueprint too, in the character. I'm gonna search for this everywhere because I think it's in the, yeah, it's in here. Yeah, so that's on change teams. World context. What I'm gonna do for this one though is I'm gonna put this like off to the side. Like I'm gonna just put it over here. And I'm going to do this one a little bit differently. self be world context object? I guess it can. No, I don't need one. Set timer by function name. I'll do it that. No, that's not the one. I do want to do this one actually. 0.5 looping. This is going to be a variable called valid team timer. Create event. This is gonna, what did I call this one? Check valid team. I don't want to comment. I don't even see that in here. Yeah, there we go. So that's the fail safe, and I just need to add this to every level. Did you guys play all the maps and modes? So let me just make sure this isn't like totally screwed up now. I've been doing this a long time, so it seems, it either probably seems super complicated or like, what on earth is he doing? So what I'm gonna try is, so this looks good. There's a command I can fake lag. I'm gonna fake 500 ping and reconnect and just see what happens a couple times. And then I'm gonna try changing keys, see what happens. Whoa. That was weird. Why is seppuku staying up right now? Hold on a second. That's a whole different problem. Why on earth would that be valid navigation space? That's just silly. I'll worry about that another time. Do you remember what map you played? Probably Capture the Scroll. Servers have a nice tendency to get stuck on those. Let's do the CTS matches. CTS one's next. Sorry, I just noticed something that I think, before I go any further, I want to see if I fixed this problem. Nope, what the heck? What else is broken now? Yeah, why does it stay half body? That's weird. Is death broken? Well, let me make sure that. Yeah, that still works fine. It's just epic for some reason. Eh, no, I'll worry about that some other time. Oh yeah, you played Yamai Village then. I think that's our newest map. Actually, I know that's our newest map. So same thing, next map. For some reason the other part didn't get copied anymore. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. I honestly think those servers are either on like really, like they're on a shared box, so they're on a VM, and either the CPU use sucks because it's being split between multiple instances of like other people's servers, and or same problem, but the internet. But people's pings are generally really good, so it's possible it's CPU in our game too. It's one of those three things. That doesn't really narrow it down a whole lot though. So village maps now. That's very possible. We've never looked at. I need to do some like server profiling to see what's going on there. Was it this map with this tree? How much health does this thing? 2,500. This thing like never gets defended. I'm gonna make an executive decision to give it some more health while I'm in here because it's super easy to kill. So village maps are done now, castle maps. This is the map I'm going to be working on a little bit later. So I made this base, but there's literally like nothing over here at all. So I made like basically a cardboard cutout version of one of the other maps in the background, and I need to kind of finish that up. Yeah, I can kind of see it on the server panel because like our servers are through Ping Perfect or low MS depending. And let me see, like right now, it says CPU's 0.65%, but I think there's still probably some performance issues. I mean, there's probably a lot of stuff that needs cleaned up. The server is likely aware of more stuff than it needs to because of I try to get stuff to work, and I do get it to work, but it's probably not very efficient because I'm not a programmer. I'm more of a technical artist, environment artist, like world builder, but I've learned a lot of like this visual scripting to just prototype stuff, and it usually, since we're a tiny team with one programmer, a lot of my stuff stays in the game for, years. It might we're probably going to end up shipping with a lot of it, unfortunately, but you know what though? It works. We will ship a performant game. Game performance is what I do professionally at AAA studios, so I know how to make a game run smoothly. Okay, another map done. I'll be coming back to this map tonight. CR Yamai Castle. This one doesn't really need one yet, but yes, absolutely. Like for example, check this out. So I picked a bad map to do this on, but just give me a second. So wait for it. Right now, see all the red messages on the screen? See how it says client 1, client 2, server, so on and so forth? Every time a player spawns, it loads their loadout, and the server is also doing some of that. And I think that is extremely redundant and is executing tons of times, and I'm pretty sure that has an awful lot to do with it. Bots don't do it very much. Like the bots don't really have loadouts per se, the way that players do, but it's still a problem. So while I'm opening maps and fixing this, I think I got everything. 2 castle, 2 village, 2 of these. The battle map tutorial doesn't have class volumes, I don't think. Let's go ahead and just fix co-op versus AI while I'm thinking about it. Rendering, the server doesn't really have to know anything about rendering except for like collision, but it still knows what's in a world. I think it's processing the replication of player movement. So if there's like, if all 24 characters or even 10 characters are all on one capture point, that's relevant to everybody. So the server's having to tell everybody about all 10 people and all the body parts moving and stuff. Like I think it's just the movement stuff needs optimized a whole lot, because I can look at what is taxing to a player, and for the most part it's going to be the same thing on the server, and it is like the replication, basically the client telling the server, hey, I moved, and the server telling everyone else that movement information, because that's happening every tick, which is, you know, probably 60 ticks a second, 30 ticks a second. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna, that's not really, our programmer kind of handles AI. I can influence pathing, but not something I'm looking to do tonight. So I need a, it's not the one I need. I'm gonna drag this off to the side really quick. Environments, where's blueprints, environments, there it is. Oh yeah, we didn't do this one. It's the scroll one. Sorry, hold on, I need to do something. I need to go like copy one of these from another map. Why is this a group? That's kind of weird. Oh, there is, okay, so there's one in here, but there's not one at the beginning. I do need to update this to be the right things though. It should be 0.51 now. So in there, basically anywhere that there's, ooh yeah, anywhere that there's spawn points, I need there to be a class select volume. That kind of breaks the design a little bit, but this one's the most important one for you to have it. Why is this? What the heck is this? Is this, why is it selecting like a thing over here? Like this doesn't need to be in a group at all. Okay. So that should fix this one. So I should spawn. Yep, skill tree. I don't actually think that you need any more after this, because you don't really need to. I want you to stay the same class until you get to this room. So yeah, I think I'm gonna be okay with this for now. That should, for the most part, fix the problem. Okay, so fixed. Do need to submit these changes though. I just realized that I think I missed something too. Hanukkah class select volume. I need to do the same thing for complete is not success actually. I need to redo the same logic for when this loop is done. I need to get all scroll capture volumes. That's why people were complaining about that. Dope. Do we need to do this the same thing? But this needs to be second. Zone, oh, it's called zone border, okay. Is this not exposed for real? It's blueprint visible. Oh, there it is. Why the heck can't I save this? Very confused. Oh wait, do these already do the thing, I think. Oh yeah, because if I miss it. So it should already do this, but eh. I'm actually going to disable this part then, because it's redundant. I'd rather do it in the other function. Except I can't figure out why this won't save. There we go. Yeah, I'd rather do it in here when it's like through the timers and everything. Let me go test this logic really quick. Interesting. So it didn't do anything to... It didn't do anything to the scroll volume now. Oh, it's set color parameter. Okay. That's why. Glad I tested that. There we go. Yep. Now I got enemy color, and then on the other guy that's on the main team. Okay. Sweet. That should be fixed. Let's fix those 000 timers really quick. I honestly think that the solution to that is just, I'm just going to roll back a file really quick. Okay. While that's going on, let me refresh the 3080 on Newegg and see if any are in stock. The amount of times I refresh this page a day are amazing. So I need to check this one. Okay, that looks fine. Then in Castle Raid mode, I remember those points had a weird 000 timer above them too. Oh yeah, it counts down now. And then there was also on the trees, there were zeros on those too, which was really odd. Yeah, what the heck? Why does this thing still have a 000 timer on it? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, that's why. Yep, there we go. Okay. Oh yeah, let me make sure it doesn't do that when I actually like chop the thing down. You know what I need to do? I'm gonna do it in a second. Why are these floating in the air now? Did those landscape change? Cedar branch objective. Oh yeah, this doesn't have the... oh yeah, this doesn't have any of my damage math in the shader. So I'm gonna add some damage to this like as you hit it, because I don't like the lack of feedback. It feels bad. So I'm gonna find, I have gate. Oops. No, it's all in here. Wow, I didn't change any of the settings on that. That's kind of amazing. I don't believe that. Yeah, there we go. Here we go. Ooh, that's not good because I gotta put that on like all of them now. Actually, for now, because I don't really want to deal with that, I'm just going to unhook it. Okay. So I'm going to transition to I need to make these guys team relative as well. I haven't done that for this stuff yet. Timer ritual large. This should be pretty easy though. I've done this so many times at this point. So the thing that sets color. Oh, this is actually, according to this should already be already be team relative. No, that's not right. So very confused by this now. So if it's not a ritual, it does this. What else are these used in though? Technically should do that too. Very confused right now. Okay, there we go. That actually makes, that's fine. Then I need the, I didn't look at the other character though. Yep, okay, it's team relative now. I wonder if I could do like a, no, this is actually, shouldn't set color at all. But this clan symbol widget, is this doing anything in tick? It might not be. Okay, it's not. Which I probably want to keep it that way. All right, that seems to work. Let me check something though. Okay. All right, rituals are now team relative. There's something in the scoreboard I need to do too really quick. In player row, there's this little guy. I don't need to do that. It just needs to be whatever. So if I do I should just have the actually no, that's I don't like that. Oh yeah, that should actually be super easy to do really fast. So what is it, chat rituals, anything else? I think it was just that. So under, where's chat even? Is it in here? Chat entry. Yeah, this one should be easy. This should be equal to get owning player. I think that's all I have to do. Yep. Okay. I think that's it for now. I am gonna head off for the night. I'll be back